Hello, everybody, and welcome. It is your host, Captain Boring, and this is your 10-minute sports report that will probably go over 10 minutes, but thank you, everyone, for being here. Don't forget to like and subscribe on the tube that is you. That's the only place you can get that. Make sure you share with your family and friends. Make sure you go follow us on Instagram at 4th and 1 Podcast, all the words spelled out. Thank you very much. For everyone who said go Bills in the last video, in this video, I want everyone to comment down below. Who do you have winning the NBA Finals? Okay, you know all the teams. I've run you through all the teams. Pick a team. Comment down below. Who do you got going all the way? Let me know. Comment down below, and we will go from there. Let's get this thing in. Alrighty, the Lions gave two massive deals to two of their star players. They made the NFC title game. They had a big lead. Their coach choked it away by going for it on 4th down instead of kicking 2 field goals multiple times late in that fourth quarter. They gave 2 4-year deals. Their first to wide receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown agreed to a 4-year, $120 million extension. It includes $77 million guaranteed, the most guaranteed money for a wide receiver in a single contract in NFL history. And then they just flipped it around and decided to give a 4-year, $112 million deal to their offensive tackle, Penei Sewell, who used to play at Oregon. St. Brown used to play at USC, for those of you wondering. Sewell's contract includes $85 million guaranteed, a source told Adam Schefter, the most for an offensive lineman in NFL history. The $28 million annual average salary in his contract is also the largest for an offensive lineman. In a video posted to his Instagram from Ford Field, St. Brown said, "I can't wait. I'm here for 4 more years." The Lions now turn their attention to getting an extension done with their quarterback, Jared Goff. And they hope to... both parties have entered a discussion, but nothing has been reached. So the Lions look to keep together and keep things around and going. All right, let's flip over to these NBA playoffs. Again, comment down below. Who do you got winning the finals? If you don't know some of the teams, I'm going to run you through all the teams right now. So let's back it up to Monday night. 6, Knicks. Let me start over. Back it up. Monday night, Sixers, Knicks, and you can't put the ers on the Knicks because that just gets really bad and really, really tight. 76ers, New York Knicks, game 2 from Madison Square Garden, and boy, was it, did the referees let them play. In the final couple minutes, the Sixers lead by 6. Tyrese Maxey at this point had 35 points. Joel Embiid, playing hurt, had 34 points. That was pretty much it. They combined for the 69 points. The rest of the team really didn't give them much help. I'm sorry. No, they combined, 69 points. They scored 101, and it was 3-2 short. The New York Knicks win game 2, down 5, inside of 30 seconds, get a 3, a steal that they fouled Tyrese Maxey on multiple times, and then hit another 3, and that iced it. Philadelphia used a big third quarter to keep the foot on the gas, but it was just not enough. Game 3 shifts back to Philadelphia, I believe tonight or maybe tomorrow. Tonight is Wednesday. Sixers just down 2-0. It doesn't really feel like they should be down 2-0. Embiid is hurt. If they lose game 3, the series is over. If they win game 3, 4, series tied. This series should be tied at 1 apiece, I believe. I believe the refs took that away from them. But hey, those are the cards you dealt. You got to deal with. In another game 2 that happened Monday night, it was game 2 between the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Orlando Magic. And behind the 23 points from Donovan Mitchell, 4 of the 5 starters for the Cavs scored in double figures, and it was enough. 96-86 was the final over the Magic. The Cleveland Cavaliers take a commanding 2-0 series lead over the Orlando Magic as this shifts back to... And then finally, on Monday night, it was Game 2 between the defending NBAs and the Los Angeles Lakers and one of the greatest players of all time, LeBron James. It was close throughout. Nikola Jokic had 27, 20 rebounds, and 10 assists. He's been a man on a mission. Michael Porter Jr. rained 6 threes for 22 points. Jamal Murray had 20 points as well. However, LeBron James had 26 points. D'Angelo Russell had 23 points. Anthony Davis playing out of his mind. He had 11 rebounds and 32 points. But it was Jamal Murray, as time expires, fading away from LeBron James to hit the game winner, 101-99, as the Denver Nuggets take a 2-0 series lead as this shifts back to LA. Again, in the NBA playoffs, no road team has won yet. Alrighty, let's go ahead to last night. And that was Tuesday. Avoid a 2-0 deficit, playing in Minnesota again. All 5 starters for the Minnesota Timberwolves scored in double figures, led by Jaden McDaniels, He had 25 points and 8 rebounds. Their star, Anthony Edwards, had 15 points and 8 assists. Didn't have to do too much if you're all scoring in double figures. And the Minnesota Timberwolves beat the Phoenix Suns by 12, 105-93. Kevin Durant was minus 24. His team, the Phoenix Suns, were minus 24 when he was on the court. That means while he was on the court, they were outscored by 24 points. He finished with 18 points on the day. Devin Booker led all scores for the Suns with 20 there. Alrighty, well, we had our first road team win a game. The Indiana Pacers went into Milwaukee without Giannis Antetokounmpo, led by 37 points from Pascal Siakam. It was 3 more points than Damian Lillard had for the Milwaukee Bucks. The Indiana Pacers get a big-time dub, 125, to 108. Damian Lillard, in 2 games, has only scored 11 points in the second half through 2 games. He had a monster 35-point first half. Last night, he had a 20, because he scored 3 the first, or he scored no. So he had 23 in the first half last night, only scored 11. He shot 8 of 9 from the 3 free throw line, and he went 6 of 13 from 3-point land. They need him to step up while Giannis is out. No timetable on Giannis's return. And finally, we have back-to-back road teams winning. Dallas Mavericks, LA Clippers. This is the 4-5 seed behind 32 points from Luka Doncic. He also added 9 assists and 6 rebounds. Kyrie Irving had 23 points as well, as the Dallas Mavericks get a 96-93 victory on the road to overcome 22 points from both James Harden and Paul George. Kawhi Leonard did play and added 15 points and 7 boards to the stat sheet. Alrighty, coming up for you tonight. Wednesday night, there is only one game, and there are 2 games, and they're both game 2s. Miami at Boston, who's a heavy favorite in that one. They're favored by 14.5 points, and New Orleans at Oklahoma City, and Oklahoma City is favored by 7.5 of that one. So the 2 number 1 seeds facing off tonight on TNT. Alrighty-dighty, let's switch over to the men who skate frozen water, ladies and gentlemen. On Monday night, we will start in Boston, where the Toronto Maple Leafs look to even the series. And ladies and gentlemen, I am on the wrong screen, but Austin Matthews and Jonathan Taves helped them do just that. Austin Matthews with a goal in the third period. Jonathan Taves added a tying goal in the second as the Toronto Maple Leafs come back from being down 2-1 to tie the series at 1 game apiece as this shifts back to Canada for Toronto to defend home ice. Let's switch over the Islanders Hurricane series. The Islanders are now down 2-0. Thanks in part to a whole bunch of people I don't know how to pronounce. A whole bunch of people got on board. The Islanders actually led this game 3-0 in the second period. And then Travadian, wow, Seth Yacht is I would it could be Seth Jarvis or Seth, I don't even know how I would say that. So anyway, the Hurricanes then ripped off 5 straight goals to take a 2-0 series lead over the New York Islanders. And again, this shifts back to home ice there in New York. In a game 1 in the Western Conference between the Vegas Golden Knights, who started off hot, then fizzled down the stretch, taking on the 1 seed Dallas Stars in their division, and it went the way of the Golden Knights. Jonathan Marchessault added a goal in the first period. Braden McNabb had the clincher in the second period, as they go on to win 4-3 to take a 1-0 series lead and steal home on Monday night. I'm opening the Tuesday night game, so bear with me un moment. The Oilers hosted the Los Angeles Kings, and it was all Oilers all the time. Zach Hyman added not one, not 2, but 3 goals on the day, 1 in each period. Edmonton scores 2 in the first, 2 in the second, and 3 in the third to win 4-7 to defend home ice to take a 1-0 series lead. Switch on over to Tuesday. Special teams, special plays, special players. I think I did that backwards, but that's a streamer thing. The Colorado Avalanche in game 2, they fell behind 1-0, looking to steal home court advantage. Well, guess what? Valeri Nichushkin, he was out for much of the season, but he put the finishing touches on a 5-goal night. The Avs scored 4 of them in the second period. They even the series at 1 game apiece with a 5-2 victory over the Winnipeg Jets. And now it goes back to Colorado for them to defend home. All righty. And now the number 1 overall seed, the New York Rangers in game 2 against the Washington Capitals. Keandre Miller added a goal in the second period. And that would be the decider as Tom Wilson scored a goal for the Capitals in the third, but that would only bring them a goal closer, and that is it. The New York Rangers take a 2-0 series lead over the Washington Capitals by a final score of 4-3. In a game 2 down in sweaty, stinky hot Florida, this one went to overtime between the Lightning and the Panthers, and Carter Verhaeghe was the hero in overtime. He scored a goal at the 2:59 mark in overtime to help the Panthers elevate their series lead from 1-0 to 2-0 victory with a 3-2 victory, over the Tampa Bay Lightning. And finally, in a game 2 between the Nashville Predators and the Vancouver Canucks, the Nashville Predators look to extend their home court advantage to 2-0. However, Kiefer Sherwood had a different idea. Him, along with Colton Sissons and Philip Forsberg, put the Cappers on a 4-goal night from the Predators. They win 4-1 to even that apiece. Coming at you tonight are a bunch. There's 1 Game 3 and 2 Game 2s. Boston at Toronto. Now, as that series flips back to Toronto, Vegas at Dallas to look to go up 2-0. Los Angeles looks to even their series against the Oilers in Edmonton. And then Thursday, Florida is traveling to Tampa Bay with a 2-0 series lead. Carolina goes up the coast to New York to take on the Islanders, and they also, Carolina Hurricane, that is, have a 2-0 series lead. I will be back Friday to bring you all of the scores and update you on the series on Friday from the games that happened tonight, Wednesday the 24th, and tomorrow, Thursday the 25th. And then we'll go into the weekend, and I'll be back again Monday. Appreciate you all for being here. I took way too much of your time. Remember, God loves you. I hope God blesses you in the time I'm gone. Wash your hands, you filthy animals. And as always, peace out.